Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Late Sunday evening, the Freedom Flotilla, the activist group that was trying to bring aid to Gaza, was intercepted by Israel and kidnapped, as some say detained. I will say kidnapped, particularly on this show. We are going to get into some of the things that happened on that boat prior to that, and also afterwards. So we have been tracking the Madeleine. You can track it online, but at some point last night, it was announced on social media that they had lost all forms of communication. Let's go ahead and get started with that clip here. You'll see here in this black and white video, it says here, shout out to Sarah Wilkerson for covering this. All communication with the Madeleine is lost. The Israelis have illegally boarded the Freedom Flotilla. This is an act of piracy in international waters. Let's go ahead and show you this clip here.
We are blind. We don't see them
So the counting that you hear, I assume that's them trying to maintain or make sure that they still have some communications to people. They have been doing interviews while they have been on the ship, and then all of a sudden the communications go out. And we'll get into this appalling image here in just a second. So notice one of the things that Sarah Wilkinson mentioned is that this is piracy. So I got to be very clear about this. It is illegal what Israel did to board a ship and to detain the people. That is illegal. Those are international waters. And Israel has been known to do this before. So a lot of people were following this last night on social media, and I was one of them. And that is correct. Sarah is right about that. That is piracy. Once again, this shows Israel committing illegal acts and not being held accountable for it. This is a recurring issue here with Israel that we've seen before. Now, Greta Thunberg, who also is on that ship, did send out a message to tell people to contact Sweden, or basically telling Sweden they are kidnapping us on the ship. So she was able to get this communication out. Everyone listen to this.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
Yeah, so this is illegal, and a legal act that the whole world was able to see and can still see by the videos that are on social media. And one of the things that I noticed, and you'll see this later on when we get to the propaganda piece, is the way that corporate media is choosing to cover what happened last night. They're trying to go with this theme of, oh, look, the IDF was nice to them. They gave them food, right? That's all propaganda. What Israel did is illegal. You cannot do that, and no one is holding them accountable. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I contemplated going live with this last night, but I was already live last evening, and I figured I'd go ahead and get into this this morning. Another thing that they did is that they sprayed these chemicals on the ship, white chemicals on the boat. You can see that in this clip here. See all the white mess here? Israel war crimes live streamed. Again, this is illegal.
Please go to a place.
من فضلكم خذوا مواقعكم. من فضلكم لا تتحركوا.
ما الذي يطلب؟ هل هذه قوارب إسرائيلية؟ هل لديكم أي معلومات عن هذه القوارب؟
الآن القوارب السريعة وصلت إلى القوارب السريعة الآن تحيط بالقارب زميلي حسام، إضاءتها شديدة جدا، وكما نرى هذه الإحاطة يقول لنا اهدأوا، الأمر مسالم، وهذه عملية مسالمة جدا.
Now, thankfully, they were still recording, because the thing is, if we had none of this on footage, it would have just been their word against the IDF, right? But they filmed this. So luckily, we have something to point to. And my whole question is, once again, where is the international court? Where is the outrage from the world for what Israel is doing? This is not the first time that Israel has been known to board a ship and even kill people, which we'll get into that a little bit later. So when this alarm went off last night, a lot of us were sitting back just like, oh my God, are they going to kill them? Like what is going to happen, to these people? But the reality is they should have never been on that ship in the first place. These are international waters, and Israel has basically, they extend their power to whatever they want to do. These actions by Israel actually turn people against Israel more. This is why you're seeing like the so-called attacks that you saw happen here in the United States. This is why I call BS about that, because that is to help garner support for Israel, because they have lost support, especially among Americans, as that poll pointed out. So they're trying to find ways to get back in the good graces of that support. Israel is condemned by the international community because of the genocide. We basically have seen a live stream genocide since October 2023. This is why South Africa brought Israel to the international courts. And there's been no accountability for them. The protection that Israel has, where they can just do whatever they want to do, is dangerous. Let's continue on with this video.
Give me the phone. يطلب منا رفع أيدينا، ولهذا مشاهدينا سأتخلى عن الهاتف في هذه اللحظات، وسأحاول أن أبقي الصورة بقدر الإمكان.
Everyone, assume positions. That's not a position at all. Rima cannot be here. Rima needs to take a seat. Assume your position. The position
هذا هو المشهد مشاهدينا، كما يخبرنا الآن بأنهم سريعة.
Please go to your places.
من فضلكم خذوا مواقعكم.
I don't know if everyone was able to hear that in the background, but there was a voice that was coming from the IDF saying, "Don't be afraid." Yeah, right. So again, part of the propaganda to send the message to the media, oh, we're not trying to hurt these people. They should have never been there in the first place. They had no right to board that boat. So I'm glad all of this was filmed, because this is one of those times where, obviously, of course, the Israeli ministry will try to lie and say, oh, no, that didn't happen. All of this is on video. All of it is on video, guys.
من فضلكم لا تتحركوا.
ما الذي يطلب؟ هل هذه قوارب إسرائيلية؟ هل لديكم أي معلومات عن هذه القوارب؟
الآن القوارب السريعة وصلت إلى القوارب السريعة الآن تحيط بالقارب زميلي حسام، إضاءتها شديدة جدا، وكما نرى هذه الإحاطة يقول لنا اهدأوا، الأمر مسالم، وهذه عملية مسالمة جدا. يطلب منا رفع أيدينا، ولهذا مشاهدينا سأتخلى عن الهاتف.
Notice, see, they have their hands up. So again, yeah, being approached with guns.
في هذه اللحظات، وسأحاول أن أبقي الصورة بقدر الإمكان.
Everyone, assume positions. That's not a position at all.
Yeah, crazy things that happened late last night. And you'll get to hear from one of the activists here who makes it very clear. He said, we don't fear them. Now, this is Thiago Avila. So there was a drone attack as well. Listen to this.
Hey everyone, we've just been attacked by a swarm of drones here. They attacked the humanitarian aid, they attacked the top of our cockpit. Yeah, they are right here above us, the quadcopters. And yeah, we had a good response time. Our team is doing well. We do not fear them. They did a very bad calculation. They cannot expect the global uprising that may come. How much people will be able to do a bigger effort now, to go to the demonstrations, to do boycotting, to disrupt the armed factories, to break the media blockade, to break the blockade of the big techs, the boycott that they do on free information.
He has a very good point here. Yeah, terrible miscalculation by Israel because the world was watching the ship. There was a tracker. They were interviewed on Democracy Now! They were interviewed on Al Jazeera. Like the world has been watching this, waiting to see what was going to happen. This is one of the worst things that Israel could have done to try to help their image. This just made Israel look even worse here. And what I loved about this is that he said, we do not fear them because that's what they want. They want for you to be afraid. They want you to fear them. And everyone needs to hear that message. That message needs to go out to the world. Do not fear them. They want you to be afraid of them. They get off on that. The IDF, Israel, they want you to fear them. And when you sit there and look them straight in the eye, let them know you are not afraid. That is important for people to hear. Again, none of these activists had to do this. He said they destroyed the humanitarian aid, which once again is a war crime. They have constantly committed war crimes. You notice now that Trump is president, more people that were defending Israel under Biden's presidency are turning the page and are starting to acknowledge that now Israel, oh yes, they are committing war crimes because they got the memo. They got the memo, the PR memo, that now it's okay to admit that Israel has been committing war crimes. So the biggest defender for Israel was corporate media. When the media turns on you, there, in my opinion, there's no more hope for you left there.
And yes, to go on the global march to Gaza, to go on the smooth convoy, to go on the next flotilla missions to break the streets, we do not fear them. They need to fear the social majority of the world. They know that we are non-violent. They know that we only carry humanitarian aid here, but they are doing this for psychological warfare. But even then, we cannot go outside anymore because those quadcopters, they have a system called smart shooting. Yeah, here's the drone again. Guys, take over, please. Yanni, Schweib, change your life jacket, please. He's coming.
So he's saying that they couldn't go outside anymore because he said that they have helicopters outside and they have a system called marked shooting. So if they were to go outside at this point, they would be marked for shooting to kill them. That's how insane and just ruthless Israel has become. And I think people need to start asking this question. This whole idea, and this is why I say what I say, this whole idea of let's create this state for people to live in and they will be safe there or whatever. People need to go back and think about that whole idea, that Balfour Doctrine, right? People need to go back and look at that mandate that came from Britain to create this whole state of Israel and think about what that really means. Nobody else has this. No other group, and I've said this before, no other group has this safe space state for them where they can be. And what people should be asking right now, the international community, was that a good idea? Because look at what Israel has become. The people who were killed, slaughtered, brutalized, it's as if they became the oppressors. They became the brutalizers. They became what they feared. And I honestly feel like you don't get there without creating a state of Israel. Had that never happened, I feel like you don't get that. You don't get there. It's a failed project.
Me right beside. Take over. Yanis, take over that, please. Take over that. They can shoot. They have smart shooting. Guys, there's a drone right here. Please take over to there. Please, if you can sit down. Yes, no, the drone is right here, right beside us. Please sound the alarm. Everyone, we are not stopping. We're still going to Gaza. We do not fear them. We take care of ourselves. Here's the drone, right above us. Yes, we are still going to Gaza. Our course is still the same. They didn't do any single radio contact. We are on our way.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's really brave what they have been doing. I have a couple more videos here. Shout out to Salman for this one. This video here shows you the moment that they invaded the ship. So let's go ahead and get into this. And he mentioned all the names. Great idea, just in case, like a reminder of the names and nationalities of the activists and journalists who were kidnapped. Baptiste Andre, Reva Viard, Greta Thunberg, Rima Hassan, Saouyat Ordu, Sergio Toribio, Mark Van Reenes, Tiago Avila, Omar Fayad, Yanis Mihamdi, Pascal Marias, I'm apologies if I mispronounce, and Yasmin Akar. So that was smart of Solomon to do that, to mention their names. So here's the moment they boarded.
Yet another war crime added to the long list of war crimes that Israel has been committing.
We are being intercepted right now. Way. Everyone here is safe. No one is wounded right now. Very important that you know, no one is wounded until the time they boarded our boat. Okay? Please raise the alarm.
Did everyone hear that? He said no one is wounded. I'm glad that he stated that, because if someone would have been injured, we would have known that the IDF did that. Nobody on the boat is wounded prior to them boarding the boat.
Okay, they're asking us to take over the phone.
And we're going to take our phones and import in the water right now. If I can manage to throw it in the water, I have to.
Okay, everyone, phones need to go. Please, toss it in the water.
Take this.
We are taking everything down. Guys, anything that is sensitive needs to go down.
That one is another phone there. You pay.
Yeah, this phone is from just company.
Signal was gone. Signal was Yasin, we have no signal.
Call sign. Mike, Romeo, Alpha, Hotel.
Okay.
MMC number.
Yes, don't shoot.
3, 2,
He's telling them the phones need to go.
5, 7, 3.
Okay, everyone, the interception is being calm until now. It's not escalating. It's okay.
Call sign. Mike, Romeo, Alpha, Hotel. 8. MMC number 2320. 5, 7, 7. Condition
1. Calm down. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Everything's gonna be alright. Calm down. Wait, hey.
And that's a wrap. Yeah, notice that's when the communications go out right there. Another one here that I wanted to show you. This is where the propaganda comes in. So Israel tries to spin this to help make Israel look good. After they had kidnapped them, they decide to take videos of them giving them food. Don't fall for the propaganda. Now pause here for a second. Let me tell you why this is propaganda. First of all, they were on a boat carrying humanitarian aid. Israel knew exactly who they were. Israel knew that they were going to bring aid to Gaza. They're on a boat that has food. Why are you giving them food? That's how you know this is propaganda, right? This is in an effort to make the IDF look good, to garner it more support. Like, look at us. We just stopped them to check and make sure they are who they said that they are. And look at us giving them food to try to change the court of public opinion of Israel. But the damage is already done. Number one, you shouldn't have been on the boat in the first damn place. Number two, you shouldn't be blocking aid in Gaza. Number three, when you did allow aid to come in, Israel should not shoot people when they're coming to get the food. Everybody has seen what Israel has done. You have been exposed to the world. There's no coming back from that. No coming back from that. And so this right here is propaganda to try to make it look like, look, we're the IDF. We're the nice guys. Look at how we're treating them. We're being, yeah, it's too late for all that. And I love the fact that people are not falling for this. I love the fact on social media, people are like, yeah, here comes the propaganda. That's what this is. Yeah. So efforts to make Israel look good. Here you see there's an IDF soldier right there, right? So that's the propaganda. You'll see more propaganda as well. One of the outlets here, and there's a number of them that have been sharing this picture. This image here of Greta, they show a picture of Greta smiling and an IDF soldier giving Greta food. So does everybody see the propaganda that Israel's running? And notice that corporate media, they're probably going to try to use this as well as a defense, like, oh, look, they just wanted to make sure that they were who they said they were. And look, they gave them food. And then they have this picture of Greta smiling. This is what they wanted, to try to convince you that the IDF are good people. They're not good people. This is a photo op. Straight up propaganda. And you'll see it here. Violation of international law. Hamas foreign government attack Israel over Gaza's flotilla's interception. So you see what's happening? The IDF boarded the Madeleine earlier on Monday, taking the crew and the ship to the port of Ashdod, where they would be sent back to their respective countries. So you see how this is framed? Oh, and look at us being nice, giving Greta food. Straight up propaganda. Katie has a good point. Do not underestimate Israel's bloodlust and impunity. They murdered unarmed activists on a boat trying to break the Gaza siege in 2010. Flotilla under attack. Yes. 100%. And she posted the video here from Useful Idiots discussing that. Now, Al Jazeera brought up something interesting, that they did accomplish a mission. Nevertheless, the Madeleine carried out an important mission. It demonstrated to the world and to the governments that are refusing to abide by their international legal obligations to stop the genocide and lift the blockade that Gaza will not be forgotten. The Madeleine was organized by the Freedom Flotilla Coalition, a grassroots group with campaigns in solidarity with the Palestinian people. In May, another of their boats, Conscience, was attacked by drones just outside of Maltese territorial waters. The damage was so significant that it was not able to continue its journey to Gaza. So the Madeleine was able to get further. They were almost right there. The FFC is part of a decade-half-long effort by activists to break the blockade of Gaza. And then it talks about 2010, what Katie Halper mentioned. In 2010, a flotilla of 6 ships from Turkey sailed for the Strip before Israeli troops intercepted it in international waters. The largest ship, the Mavi Marmara, was stormed by Israeli commandos who opened fire and killed 9 activists and journalists, all Turkish citizens. To date, the victims of Marmara have yet to receive justice. So don't get it twisted, folks. Like, this is the thing. The Freedom Flotilla achieved its mission. The Madeleine sent a strong message that the struggle to stop Israeli crimes continue and that people haven't forgotten about the people of Gaza. And I think that's so important. This image here says it all. This is what we're looking at, folks. You have Gaza here. You have the Freedom Flotilla, package in hand, humanitarian aid. And here comes Israel like a shark to block it. This is no longer a conversation about it's complicated, right? I always told you that was an excuse. Everybody has the same talking line that's pro-Israel. It's complicated. No, it's not complicated. The world has seen who Israel is. The world has seen what Israel has done. There are those trying to give aid, and there are those trying to stop the aid from happening. This is the Madeleine, the activists, the organizers who wanted to get aid to Gaza. And no, they don't have enough aid to feed everybody. But the point was to try to help in some capacity and to send a strong message to Israel that no, the world has not forgotten about the people of Gaza. And the world has seen you for what you really are. And people will never forget. I know I, for one, will never forget what Israel did to the Palestinian people and what they have been doing for decades. Israel has been exposed, and no amount of bread or water bottles that they gave to the Madeleine crew would change that. Hey guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.